It's the Texas weather discussion video. This is the weekend version for Sunday, the 14th of January. I'm Donovan Neal. Potential for wintry mischief exists tomorrow during the evening into Tuesday afternoon. Well, everyone's asking, will school get canceled? How much snow should we potentially get? And what are the timings of this? Hopefully we'll be able to answer all of your questions. Let's take a look at the look. This is the vorticity look at 500 millibars. This is about 18,000 feet off of the ground. We have a vortmax centered over central Nebraska. We have a troughing over the Midwest region. And it's down here, it's just very clear in North Texas. This was the visible satellite view before the sun went down. And you can see we had a few mid-level clouds here and there, but nothing to really hinder a very beautiful Sunday sunset here across North Texas. Take a look at the temperatures. Not bad for sunset temperatures. Arlington 49, DFW 50, Denton 48, and these were about the high temperatures today across the nation. Most of the cold air is still up in the north. However, we'll definitely get a shot of cold air beginning Tuesday, potentially lasting through Thursday or Wednesday. We'll talk more specifically about that. And let's take a look across the nation across the watch warning map. Now you can see we have a multitude of winter storm watches, warnings, and advisories across the nation's central, the Midwest, and parts of the northeastern sector. In parts of the eastern sector, but down here in our neck of the woods, we have a winter storm advisory issued for parts of DFW. That includes Fort Worth, Dallas, Arlington, Mansfield, Grand Prairie, Weatherford, Parker, Ranger, Eastland, Stephenville, Cleburne, Garland, and Rowlett. And we have a winter storm watch issued to the south of DFW, which includes Waxahachie, Duncanville, Hillsboro, Waco, Gatesville, Lampasas, Cameron, Athens, Canton, Van Zant, and some of the adjacent areas, and includes all of central Texas, and where they can see snow amounts up to half of an inch to 1 inch in that warned area. And we'll talk more specifically about this in a minute. And risk for thunder anywhere for tomorrow. Most of the country remains in a dry, stable air mass tomorrow, so no thunder expected anywhere across the nation tomorrow. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Sunday evening of next week. Big rains for the Pacific Northwest, and down here, we could suggest about generally a half of an inch of rain, if not more, for parts of north central Texas. And again, that'll come with anything that we see tomorrow, Tuesday, and our next big chance of rain will be Sunday of next week, but we'll talk more specifically about that in the next few minutes here. But let's go to the deterministic runs. Here's the GFS. This is the 18Z run, valid tomorrow at noon at 500 millibars. We can obviously see troughing in the Midwest, and down here. Now, during the afternoon hours tomorrow, it should be a gorgeous day during the afternoon hours. Though we should trend cloudier as we progress through the afternoon and evening, we should reach our max temperature during the early afternoon hours with highs in the mid-50s. We won't warm that much, but highs will still be in the mid-50s. Really not that bad at all compared to what it's going to be like for the next few days. So here is the GFS valid at 6 o'clock tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, and you can see the potential rain showers / freezing rain / wintry mix developing in parts of North Texas by 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and by really midnight on Tuesday, you can see that the freezing rain / light snow moves through our region, moves through North Texas during the overnight hours between Monday and Tuesday. And this comes in the forms of light snow. The freezing rain is already to the south of DFW. And by Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, and the GFS shows that the light snow, the wintry mischiefs, most of it's past the immediate DFW metro area, but at this time, the central Texas is under the gun for light snow at that time period. And you're starting to wondering, this is the GFS. Are we really going to believe what the one global model run has to say? But let's just check the European on this, and the agreement could not be any better. The European pretty much says the same thing. We'll have light snow / flurries Tuesday at midnight. And by Tuesday morning, it should still be snowing in some places in North Texas. And so the bottom line is, what we'll forecast is starting Monday evening starting at 6 o'clock, we'll forecast some light showers during the evening starting at 6 o'clock, transitioning into some freezing rain as we progress overnight, and then it should turn into a wintry mix as we go towards midnight, turning into light snow by midnight / very early Tuesday morning. So be sure to check in. But of course, be sure to check in with your local TV stations, as the forecast will of course change with time. But here are the low temperature. Here's the accumulated snowfall prediction coming off of the National Data Forecast Database, and it's showing about 1 inch of snow for the immediate DFW metro area and most portions of North Texas. So the general idea is snow, of course, will be possible with this storm system, with possibility of a half an inch to an inch of snow accumulations for parts of North Texas. Of course, you'll see some higher amounts in the extreme East Texas zone. But if we check the low temperatures coming off the National Data Forecast Database, it's showing us in the teens for Tuesday morning and for early Tuesday morning. It shows us in the teens, in the mid-teens at that. So what that tells us is that anything that falls early Tuesday morning or Monday evening will be frozen, and it will be frozen by Tuesday morning, and will continue to stay frozen during the day on Tuesday, as we should struggle to get out of the 20s for most locations on Tuesday. So what this tells us is that anything that falls, whether that's rain, freezing rain, sleet, or snow, will most likely freeze and stay frozen during the day on Tuesday. Is the bottom line. So be sure that you are prepared to not only deal with very cold temperatures, but also some very, very dangerous road conditions with icing on bridges, overpasses, and roads, very likely on Tuesday. And we'll just keep updating you with more information as we get closer. But here's a model coming off of the National Weather Service in Fort Worth explaining the timeline of this. You can see 6 p.m. through midnight, we pretty much stay in a wintry mix, and by midnight and 6 a.m. that transitions into snow / sleet. So ultimately, people are asking, will school get canceled on Tuesday? Will school get canceled on Tuesday morning? That's ultimately not my decision. That's not any other meteorologist's decisions. But if hazardous conditions still continue to show up, I definitely wouldn't rule that out. But let's keep going here. This is Wednesday, the 17th. We'll still be in the freezer with highs only in the mid-30s. On Wednesday. So if this were to verify, we could go 48 consecutive hours below freezing in some spots in North Texas. And by Thursday, we we barely just make it out of the freezer on Thursday. Highs are expected to be in the low 40s by Thursday, so we start to warm up, and by Friday we rapidly warm up with highs in the mid 50s by Friday. And highs will be in the mid 40s, so we should be completely out of the freezer by Friday, if not Thursday. And as we get to the weekend, this is Saturday. We have a front developing, we have a few rain showers developing by Saturday, we should continue to introduce a chance of a few showers by Saturday. But highs will be in the low 60s, should be a very comfortable day. And by Sunday, a surface front pushes through by Sunday morning, and we could introduce a chance for a few showers and a few downpours here and there by Sunday. And highs should be in the upper 50s by Sunday. Should be a very comfortable day. Here's a week from tomorrow, Monday the 22nd of January. We have troughing in the west. We have troughing in the east. Highs are about where they should be for us, and we may remain dry. But let's go out. This is 10 days out. This is the end of the forecast period by Wednesday the 24th. Heights are starting to climb a little bit, but not too noticeable, and a benign weather pattern sets in for us on Wednesday. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days, we pretty much go into the freeze by Tuesday, and then when we stay frozen, there's a chance that we pretty much stay frozen for the next 70 to 72 hours from Tuesday through Thursday afternoon. But after Thursday evening, we should warm to above freezing conditions, and by Friday through the weekend we should warm rapidly, and by Monday of next week we should remain about average for late January. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for this evening. The next video here should be posted at around noon tomorrow. If you can, capture local TV stations on the air tomorrow at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening and Godspeed.